what's up, guys, and welcome to Decision 108, where I, Eric Van Mechelen, will make a game for you in just a minute and 8 seconds, and then talk about how I did that. So I hope everyone, first of all, enjoyed their weekend, especially considering you had an extra hour to work with. I hope it was a productive one, or at least that it was fun. And, this topic of time got me thinking, and as it does for many of us, we try to use our time the best we can, although it is very, very fleeting, and oftentimes the most that we can hold on to is our memories. And so this concept was, first probably brought to fore in my life as I watched the Back to the Future series, excellent movies by Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox. And, this concept of time is so interesting that even physicists have, in some cases discussed leaving time out of their equations because it's too inconvenient, which is quite remarkable. For me in my everyday life, the one way that I manage my time is, I wear a watch. It's kind of the one way that I think it's acceptable for all males, rather the one piece of jewelry that's acceptable for all males to wear almost anywhere. So I have my sport watches and my other watches, the watches that, define your status. So I became enamored by, the idea of wearing these timepieces, even to the point that I would buy, these fake pieces of jewelry overseas when I lived in China. So I'm going to make a game about time, and I'm going to put a minute and 8 seconds on a clock, and I'll make a game real quick about time. Time's up, guys. So, I called this game Timing, and not surprisingly, you will see 3 clocks. How about over this? You'll see 3 clocks here, and the idea is that this game will be between 3 or more players, and you will have the option of pausing and rewinding your clock in line with various events that are occurring. So there is a time sequence in the game that basically progresses the events in the game, and you will have to strategically use your pauses and rewinds to either advance your own cause or disrupt your opponent's causes. And that's the basic concept of the game. This idea of pausing and rewinding, though, as I was making the game, got me thinking about something else. And I guess I'll ask you, the viewers out there, if you could pause or rewind a given point in your life, would you do that? And what time in your life would that be? So think about that for a few seconds. And then I'm going to share what I think about that subject as I was making the game. So on the topic of rewinding, I don't think I would rewind anything in my life, because I think we learn something from everything that happens, for good or for bad. So I wouldn't rewind anything, and I've certainly made a lot of mistakes and have either hurt people or have, taken a certain path that didn't advance my career at a given moment, whether that be in school when I didn't take the correct course, or on the soccer pitch when I made the wrong pass or missed a penalty shot. On the topic of pauses, I think I would potentially use the pause button ahead of a big decision. But again, I like the idea of when you're in that moment having to make that decision that could be life-changing, but that's what's exciting, is that you can't pause and think about it. You just have to go with it. So I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you enjoyed the game I created called Timing, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.